Hold on. Hold on.
Hi everyone, and today my topic is what can we do about EULAs. So the recent trending news is about the massive Facebook breach. So it really influenced some people's privacy. I'm going to start today's TED Talk with a clip that was filmed in Congress hearing with Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh,
You spot me 75 IQ points. If I can,
thank you.
your user agreement sucks. You spot me 75 IQ points. If I can figure it out, you can figure it out. The purpose of that user agreement is to cover Facebook's rear end. It's not to inform your users about their rights.
Congressman John Kennedy went off on Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg because he thinks that the only reason that the Facebook EULA was running the way it is to cover the rear end, and it's not about informing the users what they can do and what their right is. I found it is really interesting, so here I am presenting about EULA with some research I have done. So what is EULA? EULA stands for End User License Agreement. So basically it's a type of contract that between the developer of the software and the purchaser of the software. Here is an example of EULA. On the left is the EULA of the MyCook system, and on the right is your iPhone's EULA. Every time you try to upgrade your system, it pops up. As you can see, it's about 55 pages, and the only thing you can do is hit agree to proceed. So here's one more example about EULA. It's from a Windows system, and when you purchase the software, the developer automatically sends you the copy of EULA, and you have to agree with it to proceed. So how many of you sitting in here have ever read a EULA before? Nice. It makes sense that you never read through all of it because it is super long, and it read the way that means they don't want you to read it. Okay. So how did it become legal in the United States? Due to a law passed in 2000, selecting a agree serves as an electronic signature. It serves as the same, it's the same validity as typing your name in an email or signing a document with a pen. So it is completely legal for them to do it. So how does EULA restrict us? EULA is similar to a rental agreement or a patent that a software developer developed, and they have the right to sell it, to distribute it. And then, so the user pay a specific amount to have the privilege to use it. And they have to agree all the terms in EULA. So why should EULA exist, or why do we need EULA? EULA is an intellectual property licensing agreement that gives the purchaser right to use one or more copies of the software. EULA prohibits reverse engineering and making additional copies. EULA is supposed to protect the developers and meanwhile gives the user permission and the right to use it. Here's some problems with EULA. EULA is written by the developer, and the purchaser had no say in the contract. As the Congressman John Kennedy said, Facebook's EULA is not well written. All of the EULA is not well written. So it takes about 76 work days for people to read a private policy of personal content in a year. And according to a research done by Ohio State University, the hypothetical opportunity cost of reading a EULA person content in a year is $761 billion. As we know, the North Carolina's GDP last year is about 520, so it's about 1.5 times more than the North Carolina's GDP. So I put the problems of EULA in 3 categories. First one, no one actually read it. Second one, there's so many useless terms in EULA. And third, it is non-negotiable. So no one actually read it. It often refers as the biggest lie on the internet. So here's a research done by 2 professors in colleges with their hundreds of students. So hundreds of students click agree to join the program Name Drop, which is a social network, a new social network. But according to the paragraph 2.3.1, they agree to give their future firstborn children to the software Name Drop. So on average, joiners spend average less than a minute before they can go through all thousands of words of privacy, in this case Name Drop, and then they all click agree to it. So when we think about EULA as a contract, the purchaser completely doesn't read it, so that's why it refers as the biggest lie on the internet. So there are so many useless terms in the EULA, and I'll just give you an example. Apple iTunes EULA forbids you for using iTunes to create missile, biological, chemical, and nuclear weapons. And we all know no one will use iTunes to do that. So it's an example of useless terms. So it is non-negotiable. So the first one is from a term from the old Windows XP system. It said using this product needs to be monetized. And as we know, they're really concerned about national security after 9/11, 2001, so they put the term in there. And then there's another example of unreasonable EULA. Do not criticize this product publicly. So not only do terms like these prevent people from engaging in free speech, but they also undermine the fair competition in the marketplace. So why don't we make some changes, or what can we do to prevent this? So here come some solutions. First, as a developer, they can clarify the language in EULAs, make it easier for customers to read. So it would be helpful if the terms tells the customer exactly what they're paying for and the expectation of using EULAs. Second, reduce the length of EULAs as much as possible. So as I previously mentioned, the iTunes EULA is about 55 pages. It is way too long for a user to read it. Society could also subject worldwide codes, creating pre-installed terms, like you cannot use any software to make a nuclear bomb. Everyone should know that, and it should be pre-installed. So here's another solution. We should out of 1 second moment before access is granted. And to place is turned before the user when they become relevant. So once you try to make additional copy of some software system, it should pop up a window to remind you that you're violating the terms in EULA. So if we adopt this reform, we could turn the biggest lie on the internet into a legal contract that both parties voluntarily sign, and turn this biggest lie on the internet into partially true or prevents its harm. So I'm going to end today's presentation with the drawing from SKCD. It's marking the EULA terms. So I thought this was funny. Thank you.